Good evening, Body of Christ. It's Kathy with Bodybuilder Ministry. I just wanted to give you guys a quick word of encouragement for this December 2nd. We are doing something new for the month of December. In case you didn't hear, I want you to go back and check out yesterday's video, a December to Remember. Hey, Michael, thanks for joining. And so, we want to be transformed this Christmas season, and we want to learn more about how to rest, what it means to rest in the Lord, and what it means to the Lord's really teaching me right now about rest and what that really means. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be focusing on how when we do rest that we can remember so much easier. We can remember the true meaning of Christmas and so much better enjoy it. So we're going to be changed and transformed throughout this month by focusing on resting and remembering. So this quick word I want to share with you right now is going to be on loving your neighbor as yourself. Hey Jamie, thanks for joining. And so I just want you to know that the scriptures do tell us to love your neighbor as yourself. And many, many times we either get caught up in how difficult that is because we want to argue the point of who exactly is our neighbor. And sometimes we get caught up in all the things that we're supposed to be doing for our neighbor. And you know, this time of year is super busy for everybody, and you've got all these things that you want to do for other people, whether they're in your family or outside your family. And loving your neighbor as yourself means anybody that's not looking back at you in the mirror. That is who your neighbor is. But the point of this message tonight is love your neighbor as yourself. In other words, you can't love them if you don't love you first. So this is me being very transparent and letting you know the Lord is teaching me. I am learning to rest. I'm learning what that means to rest in Him, to rest while I wait on Him, to rest in the physical realm, to rest in the spiritual realm when I just am spending time with Him and I'm listening to hear from Him and everything. I'm learning to rest. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on a lot this month. So laundry on the bed, got to be folded before I can get in it. But you know what? If you have, I am on an iPhone, and a lot of folks have those or some device like that. Mine has this new thing now in the clock setting thing, whatever, that it offered me recently to set a bedtime. So I don't know how you need to do it, whether you can do it with your device or whether you can do it with your alarms in your house, your microwave timer or your oven timer or an egg timer. But let me tell you, I want to strongly encourage you to set a timer that goes off at the same time every single evening, okay? I started this about 2 months ago I started this, and my phone at 9 o'clock at night each night says, it goes off with this little alarm, and it says, la la la, makes you think about rocking a baby to sleep. Well, guess what? That's the Lord trying to teach me that He wants to rock me to sleep, and you know what? He wants to rock you to sleep too. So it tells me on my phone, it says time to get ready for bed, and I have mindset that I want and desire my bedtime to be at 10 o'clock. Now, I don't always make it, as you can tell. I don't know what time it is. It's getting very close, and I have more work to do before I can go to bed, like fold that laundry and get out of this ugly Christmas sweater that I went to a party for this afternoon, and get the candy out of my pockets that my littles put in there at the parade today, and get the chocolate off my face from where I had a piece of cake a while ago, and I'm feeling very sticky because I ate a piece of cake at the choir party. So your end of your day is probably like that too. I have 2 very naked Christmas trees up in my house, and they've been that way for, since the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So, no, the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Before my boys went home, they brought them down. So a whole week. Was that my intention? No. Was that my goal? No. Did I reach my goal? No. Is everything going to be okay? Yes, it is. Am I going to go ahead and get ready for bed after I talk to y'all? Yes, I am. And you know what? It'll all be there waiting on me tomorrow. So whatever it is that you have that is pushing and pressing, I want to encourage you on this Sunday night before tomorrow morning, Monday morning comes. And I want to encourage you now. Love yourself, okay? For the sake of the love of God that is in you, so that you can better love and serve others tomorrow. Because see, you got your neighbor to love. You got your neighbor. The Lord wants you to love your neighbor. That's anybody that's not looking you back at you in the mirror as yourself. But you got to love yourself first. See, the enemy, he tries so hard to get us tripped up in all these things. He can't stop us from reading the Word. He knows that. But if he can get us to take our focus off of that thing that is how we're supposed to take this, then he can cause us to be ensnared. And if he can have us worn slap out, loving our neighbor, I can hardly even talk. Y'all hear me how tongue twisted I am? Loving our neighbor, loving our neighbor. If he can get us caught up in that and wear us out, where our hands feel like they're at a plow and they're just, it's just work all the time. And then all of a sudden we get grumbly and grumpy and we fall over into grumbling and complaining and murmuring and all that stuff. See, and that's not God's plan. So there's a balance. There's a healthy balance. And the Lord wants us. He wants his love to be with other people. We want to give them the very best of us. We want to give them the love of God in us. And so I tonight want to just encourage all of us, go to bed earlier tonight than you normally would. Shut everything down, shut everything off, and go ahead and go to bed. Go to bed earlier than you normally would, and start setting yourself a timer and getting into a routine, especially during the month of December, when there's going to be so many activities and so many things going on, and the lists are long, and the to-do stuff and everything. I'm telling you, I'm one of the world's worst for having lists and having that to do and feeling like, oh, I wonder how many nights this week I'm going to forfeit of sleep so that I can get everything done on my list and get caught up and start with a clean slate the next day. I did that for years, y'all, for years, but the Lord has set me free from that, and I don't do that anymore. I don't force myself to do that stuff anymore, because that was bondage, and it was not God's plan for my life. It was not what he wanted for me, and it's not what he wants for you either. So I want to encourage you tonight to go to bed earlier than you had normally planned and get some sleep and be better for yourself and better for everybody else whom you're going to love and serve tomorrow. And, Bodybuilder Ministry is a place of encouragement that has been created to build you up. And so that's what we're all about here. And so I pray that you have been encouraged and built up tonight. And I pray that you will check back each day. I want you to check each day, because I'm going to have something for us each day throughout this month up to Christmas, that the Lord's really going to be speaking to us and encouraging us to rest and remember. And he wants this to be a December to remember, where we're going to look back in future years and say, I remember when I used to and be so spun up at Christmas time, but now I know how to rest and reflect and remember what the month of December is really all about. And so that's what I really believe the Lord wants to teach us this month and everything. So from Bodybuilder Ministry, I want you to be encouraged and know that you are loved. Good night.